Hello, this is Seth Wenley, and welcome to another in-car movie review. Today I went to see Sicario, Day of the Solodado. I don't know how to speak Spanish, so I screwed it up. Anyway, this is a really good movie starring James Brolin and Benicio del Toro in the reverse order. Benicio is first and Josh Brolin is second. Also starring Catherine Keener. This is a story about drug war. The premise behind this movie is that the Mexican cartels own the border crossings between Texas and Mexico. Actually, they probably own all of them because they have a really lucrative business with shuttling to try to get them into the country. It's very lucrative. It's like $1,000 a head. According to the movies, I don't know what it really is, but it's really, really expensive. Why wouldn't the cartels have a hand in that? It's a lot of money. What it does is it takes away Border Patrol agents from doing their job to patrol for drugs and to catch smugglers smuggling drugs. And it also raises the price of cocaine or whatever drug every time we tighten security. It's a really interesting film, well played out, and equally as good, if not better, than the first Sicario that came out in 2015. Benicio del Toro is amazing. You're gonna like it. And it's a pretty complicated plot, but it wasn't complicated to follow in the movie. One thing I didn't realize and I should have realized is there are a number of Americans who get paid for shuttling. It was eye-opening just how this transaction works. Families paying snakeheads. Then the snakeheads are not the people who help them across the border or help them to the trucks that take them across the border. 60 Minutes did an expose where they found in a truck and some of them have died, causing the driver of the truck to be sentenced to life in prison. So it's a dangerous thing for everyone, but it's very lucrative, and people will do anything for money. It's really eye-opening, and here's why I think it's true. In 1989, I crossed the border between Arizona and Mexico because I had cousins who lived in Douglas, Arizona, which is right on the border with Mexico. We walked across. The town in Mexico was very poor. I was young and I didn't have any experience with any of this before, and it just was eye-opening. It was shocking to see how poor it was, and Douglas is not a rich town by any means, but it looked more wealthy. So we just hang around there for an afternoon. Coming back, we were at the border, all of us. My cousins are white, my cousin is blonde, so they don't really look like me. We were Americans and we got in without passports because it was a long time ago. Some kid tried to sneak in with our group, but the border guys got him before we had any ideas that he was in the back of our group. And back into Mexico he went. They weren't mean to him, they just kicked him back into Mexico. Fast forward a couple months later, we were reading the newspaper, and I saw that there was a massive drug bust in Douglas, Arizona, where the town where I was staying with my cousins. And they actually had a house on either side of the border with a tunnel burrowing under the wall to transport drugs. It was really eye-opening. So I don't think that a new $125 million wall or $50 million wall is going to do any good. The wall isn't going to go clear all the way through the earth. They're going to be able to burrow under it probably. Or they're going to have some way of getting around it or over it or whatever. What we have to do, and I'm not an expert, but in my mind, what we have to do is If the cartels are involved in the border traffic of people, we have to go after the cartels. It just doesn't make sense to do what we're doing. I think this film, that's what it accomplished. It just shows the futility of what we're doing on our southern border. It will never end. We're just pouring money down a well. But enough of that. You should see this film because it's really, really good. It's really eye-opening, and it presents its case very clearly. If you like videos like this, click like, subscribe, and visit my links in the dialog box below, and hit my bell if you want notifications. I'll see you at the movies.
Just excuses made to not change. You say I promise to be there in every single way. We're doing this together every step we take, closer to each other.